Welcome back, everyone. It's your girl Alice, and you tuned into GBS TV Africa at Klub. Msawini at Klub, and you're on every single Friday at 8:30 p.m. Now we are chilling with Annabelle, top 20, RC 30, top 20
Top
Miss,
20.
yeah, Miss Universe Kenya 2024. So, okay, nataka kuuliza, who has been your biggest support system so far?
My biggest support system, I would say, personally, it's been my mom. She has been on every single pageant where I have lost and where I have won. She's made sure to have her presence there in prayers, in voting. You know, there's a lot of stages in pageantry, and it needs people who can be able to give you moral support.
Yes, especially as a parent.
Yes, and people who can be able to walk with you step by step.
Yeah.
And my mom has been there, so understanding, so loving, and I really appreciate her from the bottom of my heart.
Aww. So, okay, I know as an artist, as a model, you hear the word no so many times. How do you deal with rejection?
One thing how I deal with rejection is it's diverse. One way I can deal with rejection, a basic way, listening to music, trying to get something or videos that be able to encourage you, sermons from preachings that be able to teach you something about yourself that you didn't know about. And one thing also that I also do is drawing. Drawing helps me move from one world to the next world, because when you're in a surrounding where everything is noisy, everything doesn't add up the way you expected. You join yourself to a certain activity that makes you think outside. It makes your mind totally move to another place where you're free to think or to create whatever you want, whatever you imagine, and then make it into something beautiful. So that's one way of me coping with depression and any way of rejection.
Yeah, because it can be really, really, really hard. So many people have been rejected now, kuendelea mbele. And maybe if you would have just walked a few more steps, you would have been, you see, like you were saying, like you almost gave up. Can you imagine if you would have given up, honestly?
It would have been a big disappointment, but I really thank God for the fact that I've come. There's nothing that hasn't been given me something good out of it. And I love every step, whether it is the rejection, whether it is the love, it all adds up to something beautiful.
And nothing good ever comes easy. No one wants kitu umepewa tu hivyo tu free. You feel like
that's so true.
You want to work for it. So, okay, what are some of the challenges that models face?
Models face a lot of challenges, especially in the society, in the African society, where modeling was embraced in the Western nations, but the moment it was brought into the African society, people didn't really consider it much as something that is internal or something that makes you become a better version of yourself. They used to put it or surround it with all negative thoughts around body shaming and nudity. And the real reason and the real thing about modeling is that you, to be able to be confident, you have to try yourself in different areas and versions of life. Confidence means you can be able to speak before people fluently. You can be able to motivate yourself in every situation. You can be able to stand tall in challenges and still make even a business work. There's all modeling on the ground is really something that makes you become a better version of yourself. That's why you see so many women, when they leave the modeling field, they don't just go to they don't just go to look for a job. They create their own jobs. They create their own communities, or they go to areas where they're the ones who are going to lead other people in the society. So they become role models in all aspects, and also mothers at the same time.
They become like leaders. So what's the worst experience you've experienced as a model so far?
For me, I haven't experienced much of the worst experience, because there's so many people, when you hear their stories, there's a lot of negative
so much, especially for
images.
The high fashion models.
But one thing I would say is that in every area that affected negatively, I went back to myself and I appreciated myself. I looked myself at the mirror and told myself that I am beautiful the way I am, that I am blessed, that I am favored, and that I'm loved. Even in any environment that I place myself in, the environment will be forced to reconsider me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what about the worst experience as an artist? Because you also paint, you've also painted. Is there a worst experience you experience you can feel, ay?
Actually, I have had one experience, and it was a recent one. I won't say the person or the company, but the art piece that I created, I made it out of my heart because, you know, as an artist, you make it with everything out of yourself, your soul, your mind. And then when there's no security that is placed, whether by the government or by the private sector, to preserve your art pieces well, for them not to be easily tampered with, and you find an art piece getting lost all of a sudden, and it was something that you treasured so much, and no one really bothers much to take charge of that issue. It really affects you psychologically.
Maybe they took it and they went to sell.
It affects you, but you motivate yourself to do other art pieces because you are still an artist. No one can be able to take the mind that you have of creativity out of you.
And it's passion. At the end of the day,
yes,
it's passion.
Yes.
Now we're going to enter into something called random questions. My favorite. Okay, so I'm asking you a question. Alafu unajibu tu haraka haraka. Okay. So the first question: what is your most used emoji?
Most used emoji?
Yeah. Kwa simu yenye unatumianga kila saa tu kila saa.
Everyone knows that, the one with the tongue out and then one eye blinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is the longest amount of time it's ever taken for you to do your makeup? Because your makeup looks really nice.
Thank you. This one was done by Klub Beauty College, by the way. But mostly I do my makeup for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, even more. What is the most expensive you've ever spent on makeup?
Makeup, wow.
Yeah, because makeup can be very expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest is around 5,000 to do with the whole package.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Na zile za Dubois zile unapaka alafu lips yako inakuwa black. Okay, what was your favorite childhood snack?
My favorite.
Ulikuwa unapenda hiyo snack kama mtoi?
I don't know if it's a snack or if it's food, but I really loved it even till now. That's pizza.
Ooh, what flavor?
As long as it has a lot of cheese on top, the rest will just sort itself out.
Hata Hawaiian ile ya pineapple?
Yes, yes.
That is my worst flavor. Like, okay. If you had 25 hours in a day, what would you do with your extra hour apart from sleeping?
25 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
With that extra 1 hour.
Wow.
Ungefanya nini? Apart from sleeping. Because wengine wanasema nataka kulala.
For me, every extra hour is for adding knowledge, adding wisdom to myself. And whenever I get some extra time, I can be able to add a skill through that knowledge and have a new talent to myself. So that's an added advantage.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Nice answer.
Thank you.
What is the weirdest food combination you enjoy?
I asked a Luya person, and they said it's weird, but I love it.
Mluya alisema ni weird.
Ugali and yogurt is...
How is that weird? Kwa Mluya.
Hiyo ni Mluya.
Wewe ni Mluya imbo. Ugali yogurt, it's like ugali and maziwa mala.
But with more flavor on top.
Kwa nini yogurt flavor gani?
Strawberry.
Oh, hiyo ni weird.
That's tasty. That's tasty.
But people have very weird. Okay. So, okay, I want to ask you also, what advice do you have to those who are watching Sai and wanaweza penda kufika pale umefika Sai, because you are such an inspiration to so many women out there? What advice would you give them?
I have a lot of advice. I have a lot of love to community and to everyone who's watching me. Let me just say that I love you all. And one thing is that I always encourage everyone wherever I go, especially orphans. It's not always a walk in the park in life. And when you step into a season where things are not working for you, just take time to think about how important your life is. Even when people around you don't treasure or value who you are, value yourself. Because the fact that you have life, the fact that you're still breathing tells you that you still have a chance to do something that you never did. You still have a chance to make that risk or visit that bucket list you never touched into. Because you are unique in whatever you do. You are just you. And no one can be able to fit all the combination, all the art that you are in one piece. Yes.
And what advice do you have to fellow artists? Because you're models now as an artist.
Yes.
As a painter.
As an artist, I'm diverse in creativity, and I share my creativity in so many areas. Even I use it in modeling. And one thing I would like to say is that as a model, value yourself. In your art pieces, even when you're starting, make sure that you value yourself. That people will, the moment people see an art piece looking valuable, and you have not priced it well, they won't understand, they won't value you as much as you expect them to. So value yourself in terms of finances, value yourself in terms of your personality, value yourself in terms of just who you are, even in your personal life and in your
Depende.
Yes.
Self-love, self-love.
Yes, and it will reflect on your art pieces. Even with time, you improve yourself and you become more valuable even in the area of art, because people are watching. People, these days, visual, everything visual is really a big mark in this world.
So do you have any big ups? Kuna watu unaweza penda kuambia asante, asante, niko hapa.
I have a long list.
You'll just put wale wenye uko wako.
I have a long list. One thing I would like to say is thank you to God in everything, that this far that I have been able to achieve the milestone, even to go to top 20 Miss Universe contestants, and we'll be resuming on 3rd for the boot camp for 2 weeks, and 16th August will be the day where the main competitions will be in Agile Grand Hotel. One thing I would like to say is thank you also to my mom, my sister, the rest of my family, the extended family. They were there with me voting. The Amola Moda group, Birmingham group.
Oh, okay.
And one person who was brought to me at the right time is called Raida, the head of Aftermath model management. And there's so many people to my list, my friends, those from campus, those from high school, those from primary. They have been on toes, just helping me be able to achieve so much, even in the modeling field. Yes.
So thank you so much for coming today. Msisahau we'll be voting for you, by the way, so that next time tukikuita hapa it will be utakuwa Miss Universe Kenya, see, not just a contestant.
Amen.
And I hope mnakumbuka our riddle for today, guys. The answer was a promise. A promise. If you don't keep me, you'll break a promise. So see you next time, guys, Friday. Cheers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.